What is a house? I mean, we all know it's four walls and a roof, but perhaps could there be more? A house built of wood, brick, and stone holds memories. It is a witness to all the occupants' struggles, happiness, and private moments. Behind closed doors, none of us really know the happiness or madness that some of our neighbors endure. But the house, standing silent, watches everything. A house that has stood silent for so long becomes witness to death and hopes and dreams. But at some point, could it be these homes become a part of its occupants? Maybe that's why so many homes today report activity or hauntings. Maybe a house starts as a structure, but after all the years and events it has to witness, it becomes more a monument to those who lived, but now long gone, from its dark halls and shadow-filled windows. A portal to both happiness and madness. Tonight's story takes us to an old home in Shelbyville, Indiana, one that is set silently on its hill for many years, but hasn't. Today, many of the neighbors refuse to step foot on the property and don't dare enter the home due to the reports of dark phantoms that roam its halls. Reports of loud screaming deep into the night resonates from the dark corridors, and that of a little girl who stares out from upstairs windows into the night have been witnessed. A house or a monument to evil, standing there all these years with the essence of evil in its moldering bones. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is your Shadow Nation.
We're going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west.
Something. A UFO.
Built in the mid to late 1800s, much information has been lost to time. But the story of the haunted twins house in Shelbyville, Indiana is a chilling legend that combines tragedy and family violence and paranormal activity. This account is deeply rooted in the darker side of history and the unexplained. Our story starts with the tale of the spirit of a young blonde-haired girl who stares from dark windows out into the surrounding neighborhood. It is said this young girl was murdered by her mother, imprinting her very essence into the energy of the house itself. The legend of this ghost child turned buyers away for many years until one family decided the house spoke to them and they had to have it. This new family packed the bags and loaded the vehicle on their way to a fresh new life. Little did they know what darkness waited for them just ahead and down the road. A haunted house in Shelbyville, Indiana is said to have been the site of a tragic family saga that unfolded in the 1930s, according to legend. The family living in the house included two twin boys who witnessed their father murdering their mother in a tragic turn of events. The twins took revenge by killing their father. Apparently, one hot summer night, as the gentle breeze blew through the cracked windows, this family gathered around the dinner table. Unfortunately, a dying tradition that has all but been erased in our modern world. On this night, a storm was brewing, one that had been building since the beginning of the abuse. The two young children, referred to as the twins, watched for many years as both mother and father in their toxic relationship fought without end. The boy slowly slipping into madness due to witnessing and hearing this constant action, almost nightly abuse from both parents. The beatings and the turmoil snapped something in the twins, and on this night, the plan had came together to end it. The story goes like this. As the family ate dinner, huddled around the table, one of the twins excused himself to the bathroom, but instead of that, he headed to the kitchen to find the largest, sharpest butcher knife they had. When the twin returned, he gave his brother a look. He gave him a look to let him know the time had come. While the father lifted his fork to his mouth full of roast beef, one twin jumped across the table, holding the father in place while the other sliced his father's throat. The abuse had came to an end, or so the twins thought. While specific details about the origins of the house, such as its exact construction date or the names of the families who lived there, are not readily available, the legend suggests that after the twins were acquitted for their father's murder, they returned to the house. They altered it to be perfectly symmetrical, allowing each twin to live on one side of the property. This unusual arrangement reflects the twins' peculiar bond and the trauma they experienced. The two, now men, were described as recluses, hidden from the community. For many years, the twins in the house remained out of sight and out of mind. But as the years passed, time would prove some madness can be cured, but rather some waits in the shadows of our minds, building plans and plotting an escape, which usually never comes. The most disturbing part of the legend occurs on the night of July 4th in 1940, when the twins engaged in a fatal argument, leading to their mutual deaths. The two brothers' bodies, both found, each lifeless corpse with multiple stab wounds, and both of their throats slit. Local legend maintains that their screams can still be heard, reliving the night of their demise from beyond the grave. It would appear the story of madness and abuse had finally came to an end again. But has it? To this day, the locals avoid the house due to the chilling sounds and unexplained occurrences associated with it. This fear is compounded by Shelbyville's reputation for other paranormal events, including the infamous electric bridge, where visitors report experiencing unexplained electric shocks, and countless other strange phenomena in the area. The haunting is often attributed to the intense trauma and violence that occurred within the house. The emotional and psychological turmoil experienced by the twins is thought to have imprinted on the location, causing residual hauntings where past events are relived. The specific mechanisms behind these events are not scientifically proven, but remain a staple of paranormal folklore. One has to question the way in which the twins died. Could it have been the spirit finally took revenge on the two boys, and the house absorbed two more souls within its walls? The haunted twins house in Shelbyville is a testament to the power of the enduring fascination with the darker aspects of human history. While the story is rich in detail and drama, nonetheless, it continues to captivate those interested in the mysterious and the unseen. So, in closing, I ask again, what is a house? Is it just four walls and a roof? Or perhaps a recorder, an eyewitness to all who roam its halls, and perhaps a storage facility, a sponge, if you will, for every human energy or emotion displayed while in its presence? And how long before its memory fills and it starts to spill out into current reality that we perceive? I believe a house is a monument, a reminder of those who have come and gone and maybe never left. Do spirits linger because they choose? Or could it be, in the end, our very decisions in life, our very emotions, could perhaps trap us in a cycle of imprints? Ones that we choose while we live and breathe, happiness or sadness. Regardless, the haunting of the twins' house reminds us to strive to make a happy life, to enjoy each moment we live, and try with all of our souls to stay positive. through life's challenges. Because, my friends, could it be, if we don't, we will most certainly relive whatever we create for ourselves in life for all eternity. Hey guys, thanks for joining me on another great episode of your Shadow Nation podcast. You can check out this episode or any of the ones from the last 18 years at shadownation.com. If you go online and you want to follow me on social media, just type in Shadow Nation Podcast and I will be there. Make sure you go to TikTok, guys, for dead sessions. That's me using ITC to talk to the dead, and that is at Shadow Nation Podcast 1, the digit 1. That's at Shadow Nation Podcast number 1, the digit 1. So if you want to follow me on social media, just type in Shadow Nation Podcast anywhere, and that's on X or Instagram or Facebook or anywhere you can find. And be sure to listen to the podcast anywhere that your favorite podcasts are playing. So from the haunted back roads of America, this has been another Shadow Nation episode. Don't go changing America. You know I won't, because I love you. Good night, everyone.